Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for the Monday Q&A, so let's get it done. First question. Could you discuss why you don't believe in somatotypes? Well, because this is 2014 and this stuff was thrown away as considered junk pseudoscience like 50 or 80 years ago or something like that. Sorry, Jack is going to be pestering me this entire time. Jack, stay down there, buddy. This is old stuff. It was originally designed by a psychologist trying to find body types most associated with being violent criminals. And that's where they came up with the mesomorph type, that people who are naturally muscular are more likely to commit violent crimes and be in prison. That was the whole thing behind it. It doesn't work because it's trying to lump people together into very broad categories based upon bone structure and metabolism, and the variation is way too massive for most people to even technically fall into any of those categories. It's a nonsensical method of organizing, and it doesn't actually work that way. So anyone actually using those terms in 2014 is really silly. It just doesn't work that way. And it's not really even worth addressing. I'm shocked anyone still even talks about this stuff in the fitness or training world. All right, next question. Ways to do some sort of Russian squat routine, but not going without either deads or squats for 6 weeks. Okay, Jack, come on, get in my lap, buddy. And then I don't mean the occasional lift, but rather a set progression rate for both lifts. Alright, most Russian squat programs are extremely aggressive, and here's what you have to do. Your deadlift goes on the back burner. I would say if you want to deadlift twice a week on a Russian squat program, go ahead, but do low reps for about 70% of your max. And a lot of people will go, that's crazy, there's no way my deadlift will regress. You'd be surprised how many world deadlift record holders actually go through long phases of their training while doing their deadlifts like that. The squatting will cover most of your deadlift strength, and that 70% will keep your neural efficiency up. You might find at the end of a Russian squat training program, doing your deadlifts like that with very submaximal loads, that your squat and your deadlift both technically improve from it, depending on where you were in your progression. So it's perfectly viable to do it that way. Your deadlift goes on the back burner. You train deadlift for technique, not for strength. You don't want it impeding your recovery on one of these really aggressive Russian squat programs. So just do it that way, problem solved. All right, next question. Best cues for explosiveness out of the hole on high bar squats. This one's straightforward, guys. Really, pause squats, and more pause squats are how you get the mental cues. You don't necessarily need specific mental cues. You have to learn to just stay tight out of the bottom and generate speed, and pause squats will train you to do that. It's the best tool available. And if you're doing those a good chunk of the year, you're going to get more explosive out of the bottom of your squats automatically. So you can train for it without needing specific mental cues, other than the mental cue needs to be that you need to be tight and you need to have full lungs at the bottom. And there's nothing more to it than that. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time in part 2.